In this video, I'm going to talk about the concept of picking at your opponent's elbows when you obtain the mount position. This is a very important concept to have because one of the #1 things that makes it hard for you to establish and keep a good mount position is your opponent's arms, right? It's gonna be their elbows, it's gonna be their hands. So picking at their hands and their elbows is related. So we're gonna talk about all that in the same video. Too many people don't focus on actually picking at their opponent's arms when they get the mount position, especially if they end up getting the mount in a lower type of manner. And this is what I mean. So let's say I was able to establish the mount on Russ, right? But I ended up low. This is where I don't want to be. I don't want to be low. I don't want this particular position, okay? And his elbows are now down low. He could possibly push with his elbows, or he might be able to push with his hands or something along those lines. As soon as I get to the mount, and this is important, as soon as you get the mount, not like a second later, not 2 seconds later, not 3 seconds later. As soon as you get the mount, you have to recognize whether his elbows are in or not. Because your time is very precious here. The longer you wait, the more opportunity he's gonna have to get out, and he's probably gonna get out. Because mount is one of the best positions, but it's actually one of the hardest positions to hold. So I get the mount position, and then I realize immediately that that his elbows are in. Even better, if I recognize which direction he might be leaning to the most, that's the elbow I'm gonna pick at first, right? Because if he starts leaning to his left here, his right elbow actually means nothing, okay? It might mean something in a sense because he might be framing at my arm here, but it actually doesn't mean as much as this bottom elbow, because this bottom elbow is what's going to be pushing my leg backwards. So push him here. It's going to be pushing my leg backwards, and that's what's going to be stuffing my leg into his half guard and possibly giving him a full guard or an open guard or something along those lines, right? So #1, recognize their elbows are in. Even more so, if you can, recognize what direction they're possibly going to be leaning to. A higher level opponent is not going to let you get the mount and then sit there and then try to figure out what they're going to do. They're probably going to be trying to escape either as soon as you mount or during the transition. So more often than not, they're going to be leaning to some sort of side right away. So if I could recognize that, it's going to give me the trigger and the indicator of what elbow I should be picking at. So if I establish the mount on Russ, boom, and he starts going down his left side, I'm gonna be picking at that elbow. So I immediately caught his elbow here, like this, because now when he goes to push at my leg with his left elbow, he can no longer do it. And you're gonna have very good control because the elbow is a very good leverage point and a good control point. If you're on the Grapplers guide, find the leverage and control point section in the Visible Grappling program. I talk about this, right? Because now when he goes to push at my leg with his elbow, he can't anymore. Now, as soon as I do this, watch what I do. Right leg comes up. He only has the option of now turning to his left, but at that point, go turn to your, I'm already gonna be bringing my knee up. Because if I bring one knee up, I'm gonna bring the other knee up at the same time. Because now when he goes to use his elbows, he lost it. Now we're in our positions that we talked about before. Either covering the head this way or going underneath the head and controlling with the cross face. So if we turn here, just kind of come back a little bit. So now I have my position, right? His elbows are in tight. I pick at an elbow. I usually never pick at both elbows at the same time because that's just super awkward for me. I mean, if I go to pick at his elbows and he goes to bump me, I'm probably gonna like lose my position, and I might even just face plant directly into the mat. Like the last thing I want to do is accidentally get knocked out because I chose to do something that wasn't a good idea. So more often than not, I'm gonna pick at one elbow, right? So as soon as I get the mount here, even if you bring both your elbows in, I'm gonna start doing this immediately, even though he has his elbows in. So now you go to elbow knee. Oh, see, I was able to catch it. You can't see it from this angle. We turn. So as soon as I get the mount, I'm coming here, right? Ready, go. Boom. Now I'm coming up. Now I got him. And then I win my position. My knees are high, then I can control, okay? Watch the other videos about the control. This is extremely helpful in my opinion. Another black belt, his name is Brad Court. He was so good at picking at my elbows whenever we rolled that it was frustrating, but it also was enlightening at the same time, because when he got the mount position, I had so much trouble like doing what I wanted to do because he focused so much on controlling my elbows. He focused on so much on controlling my elbows to the point to where like we'd come here, right? He'd pick at the elbows, he would just keep picking, boom. And then let's turn this way. And then he'd come here. Once he got this one elbow, he'd grab the other one. So try to instant. He'd grab the other one. He'd pull. Now he'd be up so high. Now if we turn this way, right? Then from here, he'd start picking at the elbows even more. He'd keep picking. Now look where I'm at. Like, this is like armbar central. He would pick. And then he would work, sorry, I'm like torturing Russ here.
Grinding.
Right? But that's what he would do to me. He would pick at the elbows, boom. Pick at the, almost like he was like walking up a ladder of elbow picking. Like, and it killed me. And that goes back to what I talked about in other videos. The mount is not a nice position. It is a mean position. Too many people are nice when they play the mount, when in general, you should probably be mean. You should probably be a mean individual when you're playing the mount, because that's how you're gonna have a much better and a more successful mount. So in this scenario, while I was torturing Russ, I'm picking at the elbow, boom, up. Pick at the elbow, boom, up. Then pick at the elbow, and then I just keep picking, and then it makes him do this. It's like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now he's like this. And at this point, it's extremely hard to even defend. If the person's arms are like this, they can't defend an armbar. I could almost pick and choose what side I want to go to because of the nature of the position that I created. So do not underestimate picking at the elbows when you're playing the mount position. It's going to open up so many things for you. Not only is it going to help you with your control, it's going to help you with your submissions, right? And this was just one example. We were not rolling live, but that exact scenario can happen live. Even if he was defending 100%, if my elbow positioning was good and I was really picking at it properly, he would still feel the same exact pressure, even though we were doing it in like a dead pattern motion. So, you know, definitely work on this concept. I feel like it's extremely underrated, and a huge amount of people do not do this, right? And I believe a lot of people don't teach it. So if you're somebody who has never been taught this, hopefully this opens your eyes a little bit more. If you have any questions or comments, post below, and I'll do the best I can to help you out. Peace.